Sam Bankman-Fried has finally been jailed for the special crypto community that we are all here every day promoting together to increase our health, our wealth. So thanks for being here with me today. Welcome to the Crypto Bliss Show today. I'm Kiara Ducasse, and as you can see, the channel is growing, pumping. We are growing super fast, and we are certainly appreciative of all you beautiful souls out there. So thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate you guys. Lots of news today. I'm going to keep the video short right now though, so lots to share in a short space of time. I'm not going to do my usual stuff. The only thing that I am going to show you today is the crypto bubbles, because the crypto bubbles this morning are pumping. So Rune has been crazy pumping, 18.2%. I mean, it's up 1% since I started this video even. XRD is up, GMX is up, TON is up. The rest are pretty much down for the day. So if you guys are going to be investing, make sure to invest on the red days, the negative days. Otherwise, Rune right now should hopefully be taking some sort of profits there, micro profits, of course, that is. And yeah, so there's a lot to share with you guys. So many crazy things have been going on in the space. Sam Bankman-Fried was finally jailed. Bitcoin is about to go crazy. ARK ETFs could be approved soon. So there's so many things. Let's not waste any more time. Bitcoin has bottomed despite the astonishing BTC price action, says the analyst. Bitcoin is due to offer nothing beyond classic weekend chop, signs of change on BTC price charts that continue the flow. So Bitcoin has been choppy for the weekend already. You guys know about that. Super simple. I mean, the move has been very, very bad at the moment, but expecting just another classic weekend chop around the CME close price. Popular Trading, Dan Crypto Trades, wrote in part of his latest analysis referring to the closing price of CME Bitcoin futures markets, 29,465. So you can see that that's there, the CME closed. So we are going to, the drawing is pretty funny because he's basically saying that it's going to be just pretty much on the same level. So he's still favoring upwards momentum to come, and I think we've bottomed and are not getting that heavy correction, which I happen to agree with. I've been showing you guys on that on the channel for some time now. We've also lost 29K. If we lose 29K, then I'll be a buyer 28.2, flipping 29.7K into party time. So I hope you are ready for party time for the week ahead. Guys, I still think Bitcoin is going to be choppy at the moment. I'm still going to chop around up and down, but another massive long position, this time on Deribit. So Martun on CryptoQuant said that he is taking a huge buy position trade on Deribit. Then Bitcoin Whales opened giga long positions at 29K. So you can see that in these charts over here right now, that huge positions that have been opened up on the 29K. And I'm going to go look at the chart on the 1 hour to show you something very specific. Plus, I'm going to look at the supply and demand zones in this video, guys. So very, very simple. Volatility might start percolating as we near the weekly close or open. Still feels like buy the dip, sell the rip conditions, as they stated. So Bitcoin price approaches historic compression. Now, this is very interesting. A ticking time bomb till bear extension. So I've actually drawn a chart very, very similar to this for you guys. And I will show that to you guys on another video probably later or tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when those videos come out just for you. But basically, just in a very simple nutshell, you can see here on this video, this is the Bollinger Bands. And as you can see here, once we get to this point, the Bollinger Bands ride the top of the Bollinger Band until hitting the bottom. Once we hit the top again, we ride the top. Once we hit the top, we ride the top. Once we hit the top, are we going to be riding the top? Because we bottomed out here. We bottomed out in the same line. We bottomed out in the same line, and we're currently bottoming out in the same line. So huge momentum to come into the space without a doubt. You can see now SBF has been ordered to jail. Okay. Judge revokes Sam Bankman-Fried's bail and remands him to custody. FTX former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF, had his bail revoked by a federal judge in response to the release of information to the New York Times allegedly intended to intimidate witnesses on 2 separate occasions, just might I add. During a hearing on August 11th, Judge Lewis Kaplan revoked Bankman-Fried's bail and remanded him to custody, likely at the Putnam County Correctional Facility. once his October trial begins, he could be removed to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Bankman-Fried was reportedly led out the courtroom in handcuffs. In Kaplan's view, Bankman-Fried's interview with New York Times reporters resulted in sharing information with the likely intention to hurt and frighten former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison, his former colleague and girlfriend. So basically what he did was he threatened Caroline Ellison through the New York Times, and not only on one occasion, but two occasions where he said that he will hurt and scare her, of course, which is pretty interesting because at the end of the day, guys, you can't be this kind of person and then make statements like this into the space, because your ass will get fired, you will get busted, you will get thrown under the bus. So Sam Bankman-Fried, bye-bye. You are going where you deserve to be, where you belong, and you should stay there, and you should pay the consequences of stealing billions of dollars from people's savings and accounts. So the SEC decision on Bitcoin ETFs won't leave out Wall Street giants. The Securities Exchange Commission prolonged deliberation over a spot Bitcoin ETF is still stoking expectations of a joint decision for all applications. So basically, the SEC is analyzing a total of 8 applications for spot ETF following past delays and denials of crypto product in recent years. Companies up for a decision are ARK Invest and 21 Shares, Bitwise, BlackRock, Van Eck, WisdomTree, Invesco, Digital Galaxy, Fidelity, and Valkyrie. Together, the firms manage over 15 trillion global assets. So the SEC's main concern about spot crypto ETFs is about the potential market manipulation by a big whale, which is so true, but I will show you already that there is already manipulation in the market. Forgetting all these things these ETFs that are going to come onto the space. There is already manipulation, and if you don't trade with the big boys, you're trading against the big boys, and they will crush your ass. So think about that when you do trade. Theoretically, it can happen if the SEC approves the 8 ETFs of 1 or 2 investment funds, but if it decides to register all 8 ETFs, it will sharply mitigate the probability of manipulation, because these firms will be able to trade with each other frequently, taking opposite sides, explained Ruslan Lekan, Chief of Markets at Hodler. Which I happen to agree with on that. There can be manipulation, but there is already manipulation. So let's go and have a look at that manipulation that we continue to talk about. So in this chart here, this is the Bitcoin aggregated heat map of the supply and demand in the space. Now, on the 4-hourly time frame, okay, you can see, let it just load. It will come and load up very soon. So just give it a little moment here. But basically, what you can see is that every single time the market tries to pump to the top side, to the 31.3K level, and now currently at this 30,000 level, there are sell orders being positioned in those places to lower the price action of Bitcoin. In other words, the price of Bitcoin is still coming down, which means it's being manipulated down. Now, I say that to you guys very, very nicely, because when I zoom into this, you can see this a little bit more. The yellow is all the sell pressure. Look how much sell pressure there is within this region right here at the 29,700 level. There is huge amounts of sell at this level, but there are also good amounts of buying at this level at the 29K level, which is what I've just said to you. So big whales have been buying crazy amounts. And here is a good example of a candle, these two candles, where those whales were buying at the 29,000 level, guys. They also bought crazy amounts on this level here, and that is why the market has been jumping and has not been coming below the 29,000 for very long at all. I mean, if you look at this, this was 4, 8, 12, 16 hours at the most out of an entire month that we have been below the 29,000 level. So I hope that makes sense to you guys, because Bitcoin is in for a crazy huge pump, whether you like it or not. And with all the Bitcoin ETFs being launched, you sure as anything want to make sure that you are on the right side of the trade. Now, with that being said, the Bitcoin dominance, as you can see here, is kind of floating along the top. If you have a look from here, this is where it started to float along the top, and the action still continued to move up. Okay, which means that the same thing could happen here right now, and we could potentially get ourselves at least to this level up here, the 54% level on the dominance. Now, the dollar didn't really do too much, but it did try to reach up for the 200. Like I previously said, this is a wicking candle, but we are looking very, very bearish now on the dollar for now, because this price action over here hasn't got it above the levels that it needs to be. So that's my personal view. Ethereum, on the flip side, we will have a look at Bitcoin, because I want to sit with you on the Bitcoin side. Ethereum is pretty much looking a little bit more bearish at the moment. Unfortunately, the ribbons have crossed on the daily. We did have this candle that pushed the volume back up, which said that Ethereum actually doesn't want to be below this green level here, which is the 1845 level. Okay. Then on the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, you can see here that Ethereum is going to try and make a good move to the upside, to the top side, with Bitcoin, dominance slowing down at the moment. So are we going to get a little bit of a push? This does look like we want to get a bit of a push back up. Maybe back up here to the top of the ribbon, maybe to the bottom of the box, and maybe to the 100. That would be my level. But as I said here, I drew this little circle here for you guys. That's where my personal level is. Now, Bitcoin. This is the most interesting thing. Now, this is the 1 hour chart on the Bitcoin. You can see how, just looking at it, this is where there are sell entries at specific positions. So they're selling profits, they're taking profits at specific levels on this chart, and then when the chart moves down, then they're buying on those positions on strong support levels. So that for me is what is busy going on here on the Bitcoin chart. And if we go and have a look at the Bitcoin chart on other higher time frames, we will actually see that the Bitcoin chart is trying to break down. But okay, on the daily, there is no sell volume that is coming in. This is a slowing down right now. And as you guys can see here, yesterday's candle did close a little bit lower, it did close below here. So maybe we are due to come back down to the 29,500 level, where Bitcoin undoubtedly will be scooped up once again. If you go ahead and look at all of these buy orders here at the 29,126 level, there is tons of orders in at that level, guys. So let us take away the EMA ribbon for now, so that you guys can see just the 50 and the 200. So now we are trading, we're back below the 50, we're back below the 20. We're back below the 20 moving average, okay? And now we're kind of floating between the 20 and the 50, which is going to create some sort of Bollinger Band type of effect. Now, I want to go and show you guys my UTBot indicator, because I haven't used UTBot indicator for some time. Yesterday, we had a sell candle that was telling us to sell Bitcoin, okay? Yes, we might pull down a little bit, that's okay. But here we had a buy candle, a buy, which gives us no real information, because the buy has not come in yet here for us on the RSI. So that's the RSI. I want to go and have a look at the Bollinger Bands. Let's not use that one. Close you. Let's go to this one over here. Bollinger Bands percentage. Okay, so Bollinger Bands percentage. No, let's not use that one even. Where are you? Close you, because that's okay. Don't worry about the Bollinger Bands. I want to go and show you guys very, very quickly the 10 strategy, the 10 EMA. So the 10, we're now officially under again. If we're under, we generally under for a little moment or two, but if we get really hardcore under it, huge volume spike, then we continue the move to the downside. But right now, it seems as though we're pushing up. If we use the Elliott wave count on Bitcoin, okay, we can see, okay, that indicator is no longer working by the looks of it. Let's see if we have a death in Golden Cross. No, we do not have that just yet. Let us go and see the Gaussian channel on the daily time frame. The daily time frame, we have been very bullish on the Gaussian channel. We have come back into the Gaussian channel, and normally when we come back into the Gaussian channel, we sit above. Now guys, you can see that we're being very heavily supported on the median band of the Gaussian channel, which tells me that the Gaussian channel is going to continue to break up. Now I'd like to go and have a look at this on the weekly time frame for us, because on the weekly we are actually looking a whole lot more bullish than on the daily. So let's go and see the Gaussian channel on the weekly time frame, right? Oh shit! We did it! The Gaussian channel turns green. 100% we are going bullish very, very soon, guys. You can see here when I zoom in on the Gaussian channel, there's the support level on the Gaussian at about 28,400. We have tried at least 1, 2, 3 times already to wick down to that position, but right now we're looking a whole lot more juicy for the bullish momentum than we are looking for the downside. So once this Gaussian channel actually turns green on the weekly, guys, that is bullish, and look how long it goes bullish for. So that is phenomenal news. Thank you for the Gaussian channel on the weekly. That is great, a great indicator there to tell us. And the last thing that I want to go and show you is the Hull Suite. The Hull Suite we are under, which I don't like. I don't like being under the Hull Suite, because if we're under the Hull Suite, then we are coming down. Okay, but so you see there's multiple indicators telling us different stories, but the point is, and especially because we are coming up to another moon phase very, very soon. Let's go and delete the Hull Suite, and let's go there, moon phase. Moon phases, you guys can see right now that we are coming up to a beautiful moon phase over here. Oh, we did recently, full moon, which actually brought us to the point where we would become a little bit more bullish than bearish. Okay, so anything else that I have to show you? Stochastic, stock to flow, price action. Maybe let's go stock to, in fact, no, not the price cycle. Let's go stock to flow, supply and demand. Let's go see supply and demand right now, guys. Let's go and see supply and demand. Right now, we have some supply. We have there. We don't have anything in the moment right now. So, okay, there's not much to share with you guys. I think the strongest news for us here is actually the EMA ribbon on the weekly. If we go and look at the EMA ribbon on the weekly is looking absolutely powerful also. Because we are above that ribbon, which is always bullish, guys. So yes, maybe there's a bit of a wick down here to the 28,400 level, guys, but I personally am going to call that we do not come below the 28,500 level anymore going forward. Guys, this has been a crazy video. I thought I was going to keep it short for you, but there was far too much information to share with you, as you can see. Thanks for being here with me on the Crypto Bliss show today. I really appreciate every single last one of you. Please make sure, if you are watching this channel and are not yet subscribed to the channel, that would be really awesome. It really helps with the algorithm. I appreciate every single one of you. And make sure you are getting the best out of yourself and your channel in this community every single day. If you guys want to trade these coins with me, make sure to go ahead and hit the links in the descriptions below. Those will give you some awesome bonuses with Bitflex and Bybit. Thanks for being here, you special souls. Have a wonderful Sunday with your family, and we'll see you in the next one. And make sure to watch this one, because this one was even crazier than this one. As you guys can see, these videos here on the side here, absolute nutters. Crazy views coming in on those videos. So thanks to the community. I really appreciate you all, you wonderful souls.